Sunflowers are cheerful and brighten up your garden. They are also incredibly versatile plants. Sunflower seeds are a great food for humans and wildlife. Here's everything you need to know about growing and using sunflowers. Sunflower seeds make a great snack and are popular in baking. Hulling them is a bit of a process, and we'll talk about that in just a minute. When we think of sunflowers, we often think of those tall, mammoth sized sunflowers that tower over others in the garden. However, sunflowers come in numerous sizes and varieties, everything from 12 inches to 12 feet tall. I used to sell sunflowers at the farmer's market in bouquets, and people love them. Hi, I'm Amy, and welcome to my channel where I talk about organic gardening and wildlife conservation. You can check out my books on my website or on Amazon. Mammoth gray stripe is the classic seed producing sunflower. Flower heads can get 14 inches across, and the plant will grow 9 to 12 feet. Some other great seed producers are Kong and Titan. There's so many sunflowers for bouquets now. The flowers come in many colors: yellow, red, orange, maroon, and brown. They have even become popular at weddings. Check out the seed catalogs to see what you will like. I love Autumn Beauty, which is the center picture, and Sonia, which is the variety on the left. Sunflowers look fabulous in beds with shorter, colorful flowers. You can grow the dwarf varieties in a container as well. Do keep in mind that some sunflowers are pollenless. Pollenless sunflowers are varieties of sunflowers bred to be male sterile, meaning they do not produce pollen. Bees and butterflies still like them because they do have nectar, but obviously pollen is an important source of nutrients for insects. Pollenless sunflowers are popular for cut flowers because the pollen can be messy and they are less likely to cause allergies. If you are raising honeybees or are concerned about the decrease in our native bee populations, then growing sunflowers is a good way to support these helpful friends. Just make sure you don't buy a pollenless variety. Sunflowers grow best in locations with direct sunlight and have at least 8 hours per day. They require long, warm summers to flower. Sunflowers have extensive root systems and prefer well drained soils with an average pH between 6 and 7. They tolerate heavy clay soils as well, so that's a big plus. Sunflowers are heavy feeders, so the soil needs to be nutrient rich with organic matter or composted manure. The taproots of the sunflowers can extend into the subsoil and bring up nutrients. Sunflowers dislike having their roots disturbed, so I recommend starting them in peat pots so you can put the whole pot in the ground. I really like the cow pie ones because they biodegrade quickly. Seeds should be planted about 1 inch deep, and the seedlings will appear after 14 to 21 days. Plant seeds directly into the garden after the danger of frost has passed, spacing them 6 to 24 inches apart depending on the variety you're growing. Once the seedlings emerge, be sure to thin them. Rows need to be spaced 2 to 3 feet apart. It's hard to give exact measurements since sunflowers vary in size so much, so be sure to check your seed's description. Wait to put them outside until the soils have warmed to at least 50 degrees Fahrenheit or 10 degrees Celsius. You can make several plantings over a 6-week period to keep enjoying continuous blooms. Aphids or slugs may bother young plants, so monitor them for any pest damage. I have videos on handling both of these pests. Sunflowers like hot summer weather and can tolerate some drought, but they do need watered regularly to help create a strong root system, especially during the beginning stages of growth. Once plants have a strong start, sunflowers can be watered occasionally if there is no rain. Sunflowers require about 1 inch of water a week. Tall cultivars require support. Larger varieties may become top heavy, and a strong wind can topple them. Bamboo stakes are a good choice for any plant that has a single stem and needs support for a shorter period of time. Shelter them from strong winds, for example, along a fence or near a building that and that will help them as they get taller. You can string hemp in vertical rows next to them, just like you would tomatoes. When selecting your location, be sure to choose a spot that is safe from potential deer damage. Deer do enjoy young sunflower plants. For a larger planting, use electric fencing. If you want to protect your sunflower heads from wildlife, you can cover the heads when they start to mature. Cotton and mesh reusable bags work well, the kind they use for produce, or even the mesh laundry bags that are sold for washing delicate items. These bags keep the birds out while still allowing air to circulate. The ones made for covering grapes also work well. You can also share. Sunflowers are a valuable food for wildlife by providing food and shelter. They are great for drawing in pollinators. The large flower heads are also landing pads for various insects, and the tall stalks can provide cover for smaller species. Many people grow sunflowers as a way to help the wildlife, and especially the birds. Sunflower seeds are a nutritious food source for a wide range of birds like goldfinches and sparrows. Small mammals like squirrels and chipmunks also love them. You can save the flower heads to put out later in the winter for them as well. If you want to harvest the flowers for bouquets, then cut the stems early in the morning. Harvesting flowers during the middle of the day may lead to flower wilting. For indoor bouquets, cut the main stem just before it flowers and just before it opens and has a just before it opens, and that will also encourage side blooms. Handle sunflowers gently. The stems do get swished easily, and the flowers will last about a week at room temperature in the house. Sunflower heads are ready to harvest when the petals wilt and the seeds begin to dry and loosen. When the back of the sunflower seed head starts to turn brown, that is a sign that it's time to harvest your sunflowers. Cut the flower head, leaving about 12 inches of stem, and hang it in a warm, dry location. After about 2 weeks, rub the seeds free from the head, dry them thoroughly, and store them in airtight containers. You can also just remove some seeds from the heads for yourself and leave some for the birds. Sunflowers are easy to rub off the plant when they dry. The issue is removing the hull to get to the seed. Allow the hulls to dry completely, and that will make it easier to shell them. It's easy enough, although somewhat tedious, to shell them by hand. It kind of reminds me of having to shell peas. They do make a sunflower seed sheller. This one is about $8, and I'll link it below. If you have lots of plants, you may want to invest in an electric seed sheller. They are fairly small and cost around $25. I have personally never used one of these. I love growing sunflowers, if for nothing else, because looking at them makes me happy. I hope you have a happy sunny day. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next video.